Poetry 1. If someone ever finds these recordings, if anyone is still out there to find them, know this: death doesn't take everyone. Some of us it just skips over and over. Like a bad joke the universe keeps telling. I've survived things no one should. Car wrecks, fires, sickness that should have ended me. Each time I wake up, the world is a little quieter, a little colder, and I'm still here. Always still here. If you're listening to this right now, you might be like me, the one who never quite dies. And if you are, I'm sorry, because the curse isn't living forever. It's watching everything else end. Entry 3. I wasn't looking for this. I was just reading late one night, diving down a rabbit hole about quantum theory, the many worlds idea. It's this concept that every possibility that can happen does happen, just in a different version of reality. Every single choice, every random event, all creates branches, infinite copies of you, me, and everything. Then I stumbled onto the dark side of it, something they call quantum immortality. The thought experiment goes like this: when you face a situation that could end your life, reality splits. The thing is, your consciousness, your awareness, can only continue in the branch where you survive. You can't experience being dead. So, the dead versions of you just vanish from your personal experience. You never feel the end. You just wake up somewhere else. A new branch where the universe dealt you an impossible hand and you won. I thought it was just a cool, nerdy concept, nothing more, until I remembered the motorcycle accident 3 years ago. Black ice on the road, a truck coming the wrong way, headlights blinding me. I should have been paced on the asphalt. I mean, there was no way to survive that. Instead, I walked away with a few scratches and a bad concussion. The doctors all called it a 1 in a million miracle. But after that day, everything felt slightly wrong. Off people I knew acted just a little different. Places I'd known my whole life looked faded, like a photograph left in the sun. What if it wasn't a miracle? What if I didn't survive? What if I just shifted? Entry 7. I decided to test it. Small at first. I went to a train platform, stood right at the edge, waited for an express train to come screaming through. My heart was pounding out of my chest. The roar was deafening. It missed me by inches. The wind was so strong it almost pushed me over, but I didn't fall. The next thing I remember, I woke up the next morning in my own bed, same as always. I have no memory of how I got home. I was just here. Every near miss, every freak illness that should have killed me, every disaster I just happened to walk away from mime. Not lucky. I'm selected. No matter how thin that thread gets, no matter how impossible the odds. Entry 19. My sister died yesterday. She was hit by a car crossing the street. She was so careful, always. She'd look both ways 3 times. I was supposed to be with her that day. We were going to grab lunch, bought I got held up at work. A last-minute meeting I couldn't get out of. In another branch, maybe I was there. Maybe I pushed her out of the way. Or maybe I died with her. But here, in this reality, I'm just alone in the apartment we shared. Her clothes are still hanging in the closet. At family gatherings, at memorial services, like I'm not supposed to be here, like I'm cheating the system, and maybe I am. There are wars breaking out everywhere, new plagues, climate collapse, turning the weather into a monster. I caught the fever. The one that wiped out half the city. The doctors told my family to prepare for the worst. I remember lying there, burning up, my lungs feeling like they were full of broken glass. But my fever, it had broken. My body was healing itself, like it always does. I find supplies that shouldn't exist. Cans of food in stores I know were looted bare. Bottles of fresh water from pipes that should be dry and rusted. It's like probability itself is bending around me, creating these little pockets of survival just for me, keeping me alive, while everyone and everything else just fades away. Entry 52. My body is failing. I feel it every day. My vision is blurring. My hair went from gray to white, and now it's just falling out. My skin is like dry paper. I look in a mirror and see a monster, a walking corpse. I woke up on the floor, vomiting. My own hands having somehow forced me to throw it all up. I jumped from a skyscraper. I should have been a red stain on the pavement. I landed in a dumpster full of packing cushions that I swear was under a second before I jumped. I even found a gun, put it to my head, and pulled the trigger in front of a mirror. The bullet missed. It always misses. The universe either wants me here, or it just doesn't care enough to let me go. Either way, I'm the leftover. The last piece on the board. Entry. I don't know the number anymore. How long has it been? Years. Decades. The sky is red now. All the time. Dust storms rage every single day. There are no birds, no dogs barking, no people, not a single soul. Just ruins and the sound of the wind. I found a working radio once, a while back. For days, it was just static. Then I heard a voice, just for a second. Someone else, screaming the same question I scream into the silence every day. Why woe until end? Then static again. Maybe they shifted too. Maybe they're out there in their own lonely world. Or maybe I'm just hearing echoes, ghosts from branches of reality that have already collapsed into nothing. I see them sometimes, in reflections in a broken shard of glass, in the shadows that dance at the edge of my vision, faces of the people I lost, my sister, my parents, my old friends. They just stare at me. Their eyes are so accusing. You left us, they seem to say. You stayed. I scream at them to leave me alone, and they vanish. But they always come back. They're the only company I have. The sun is dying. I've watched it for what feels like centuries. It's getting smaller, colder. The whole universe is just winding down, growing quiet. But me, I'm still here, still rotting, still breathing, still thinking. If you're hearing this, if there's anyone left to hear it, find me, please. Find me and end it. Shoot me, burn me, tear me apart. Do what I can't, because the branches, the possibilities, they won't let me choose the one where I stop. But you know what really scares me? The thought that keeps me awake in this endless night. What if you are me in another version, listening to this recording I made, wondering the same thing? And in your branch, I'm already dead, and you're the one who's left. Last entry, or maybe not, probably not. It's always not.